welcome to the deep dive. So you sent us this really interesting discussion from English Podcast TV all about health. And the goal, what you're looking for, is a clear, kind of no-nonsense take on what being healthy actually means, right? Without getting lost in jargon.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing today. Let's unpack these ideas, pull out the really valuable bits for you.
Sounds good.
The core idea here really is that health isn't just, not being sick. It's bigger than that. It's this whole state of well-being.
That's the key. And the source breaks this well-being down into three main parts. They're all connected too.
Right.
First up, you've got physical health. And like you said, it's more than just not having a cold. It's about actively looking after your body.
How so?
Well, through things like eating nutritious food, getting some regular exercise, and importantly, making sure you get enough sleep.
Right, the fundamentals. Okay, what's next?
Then there's mental health. This covers your emotional side, your psychological state.
So like feelings, thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. How you feel, your thought patterns, and crucially, how well you handle the stress that life throws at you.
That makes sense. And the third?
The third piece is social health. This one sometimes gets a bit overlooked, I think.
Really? What does that involve?
It's all about your connections,
Yeah.
the quality of your relationships with friends, with family, your community even.
Oh, okay. The support system.
Precisely. That sense of belonging, the support.
Yeah.
It's critical. And what's really interesting is how these three aren't like separate buckets. They all influence each other constantly.
How do you know?
Well, think about it. If you have a terrible night's sleep that's physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can easily affect your mood the next day, make you feel irritable. That's mental.
Definitely happens to me.
And then because you feel grumpy, maybe you cancel plans with a friend that hits your social health. See? It's all linked.
Yeah, that clicks. It's a whole system, not just individual parts to check off. So, okay, we understand the definition, but why should this holistic view really, matter day to day?
Good question. I mean, think about the immediate payoffs. When you're doing reasonably well across these areas, you have more energy, don't you?
That's right.
More energy for work, for hobbies, for just getting through the day. Your focus improves. You can think more clearly.
Okay, energy, focus. What else?
You're generally better equipped to manage stress and anxiety when they pop up. And a healthier system overall is just naturally better at fighting off illness, less likely to catch every bug going around.
Right, fewer sick days. And maybe the bigger picture.
Well, the source really emphasizes this. When you look after your overall well-being, you're not just maybe adding years to your lifespan.
Which is nice, but
But perhaps more importantly, you're adding life to those years. You're improving your quality of life, your ability to actually enjoy things.
that's a great way to put it. Enjoyment. Okay, so let's get practical. What are some steps we can actually take? Starting with, say, food.
Right. Healthy eating. The source isn't pushing extreme diets or anything. It's more about small, smart choices piling up. Like consciously adding more fruits, vegetables, whole grains into your meals. Staying hydrated water is key. And yeah, it does suggest maybe being mindful of, too much sugar, salt, junk food. But it's about adding good stuff, mostly.
Small choices, not perfection. I like that. What about exercise? Does it have to be intense?
Not at all. The recommendation is generally aiming for about 30 minutes of activity most days, but that activity can be anything, really.
Like walking?
Absolutely. Brisk walking, stretching, dancing, playing a sport, whatever gets you moving, even just short bursts count. The key is consistency, not intensity necessarily.
Okay, good to know. And sleep. You mentioned sleep earlier.
Yeah, sleep is huge. It's sort of non-negotiable for recovery, both physical and mental. The general target is around 7 to 8 hours a night.
Why is it so important?
Well, that's when your brain processes information, consolidates memories, and your body does a lot of its repair work. You feel the difference after a good night's sleep, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so body covered. What about the mental side? Managing stress.
Yeah, actively nurturing your mental well-being. The source suggests things like actually talking about what's stressing you out. Don't bottle it up.
Talking helps.
It really can. Also, exploring things like deep breathing exercises, maybe some meditation or mindfulness. Simple techniques can make a big difference. And importantly, knowing when to ask for help if things feel overwhelming.
Reaching out isn't weakness.
Not at all. It's strength. And that ties into the social part too, right?
How so?
Connecting with others, making time for people you care about, friends, family. Building and maintaining those strong relationships, that's your support network.
And that helps mental health too.
Massively. It creates a buffer against stress, boosts your mood, contributes hugely to just feeling resilient and, well, happy.
Okay, so if you start putting effort into these areas, physical, mental, social, praba, what kind of positive changes might you actually see? Like ripple effects?
Well, the source mentions things like a boost in self-confidence. Just feeling better physically and mentally can really lift how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, I can see that.
You might also find yourself having a more positive outlook generally, seeing the good, maybe tackling problems more constructively.
And practically speaking.
You'll likely notice increased productivity. More energy and focus usually means you get more done, whether that's at work, school, or just personal stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, ultimately, when you prioritize health in this holistic way, you're really just setting yourself up to engage more fully with life, to actually be present and enjoy the experiences.
So the main takeaway here seems to be that your health, all aspects of it, is incredibly valuable. It's an asset.
Definitely.
And it doesn't require huge, drastic changes necessarily.
Yeah.
Small, consistent efforts across the board, physical, mental, social, can really add up and make a big difference.
Absolutely. And maybe here's something for you to think about.
Okay.
Just consider those 3 areas, physical, mental, and social health. Is there one, maybe just one of them, that feels like it could use a little bit of extra attention from you right now?
Just picking one to start.
Yeah, because even one small positive change today, just focusing on one little thing in one area, can create the surprising ripple effect. It builds momentum, and it all contributes to feeling better overall and ultimately just enjoying life more.